Good day, everyone. All right. Ayan. So, today, we're going to discuss the principle of work and energy. Actually, guys, ang magiging sakop natin for principle of work and energy is, ang itatakal natin is all about the work and energy itself and the power and efficiency. So, I think yun na lang yung papapasukin ko ng quiz. And then for the conservation of energy naman is masasama na siya for the concept of impulse, impact, and momentum. So yun guys, so ang principle of work and energy is one of the most important topic here in the dynamics, especially during the board examination. So may mga topics na related sa dynamics doon sa part ng MSTE during the board exams. Okay? So yun, so again yan topic natin. And then for our lesson objective, simply at the end of the module, the students or you will be able to learn or to differentiate work and energy and explain the relationship of the two, how the work and energy be related with each other, and identify the work done by different forces and formulate equation accordingly. So guys, ang work is na i-induce siya by different types of forces at i-discuss natin yun later on. Okay? But dito muna tayo, concept muna tayo. For work and energy, the principle of work and energy is a fundamental concept in physics that help us understand how forces and energy interacts to influence the object of motion. Para mas simple guys, yung work is done kapag yung force is nagko-cause ng object to move. Okay? And the energy is the ability to work. Simple lang para lang mas maging maliwanag sa ating lahat na nagkakaroon tayo ng work when we are exerting a force towards the body. Okay? At kapag yung object na yun or the body or the particle moves at from the initial position to the final position, nagkaroon ng displacement sa position niya, therefore there is work done. Okay? And energy naman is the ability to do work. Okay? Ibig sabihin that's your ability na mag-exert ng force towards the body to move. Okay? So for example, for the cart, tingnan mabuti, you're doing work in the car kasi nag-exert ka ng force, okay? So your ability to convert your energy to cause its motion. Okay, you have the energy to you have the ability to convert your energy into inducing a force to cause the object or to cause this cart, okay? To cause this cart in motion. Okay, next naman is a roller coaster. Ito sa gilid. Ito the roller coaster. Tingnan nyo na lang sa kanan. Ito. Its potential energy increases as it descends. So, this energy converts into a kinetic energy. So, relation yan is mai-discuss naman natin later on in our discussion. Next is the soccer player kicking the ball. Ito lang, I think, ito na lang yung na i-highlight natin. Nag-exert ng force yung paa ng tao dito sa bola. Okay, ito yung ball natin. Let's say, this is our ball, yung kulay blue. Okay, ayan yung ball natin. Now, yung tao is nag-exert ng force towards that ball. Ano mangyayari? Okay, ano mangyayari? Ibig sabihin, yung ball na yan, from this position up to that position, nagkaroon siya ng displacement. So, yun yung nagkaroon ka ng work. Okay, and then for the lifting a box naman, from your position A, okay, from your position A at this point, specifying that this is our datum, okay? Ibig sabihin from this point, nagkaroon ka ng second position mo which is your A prime or your final position. Ano yung exert mong force? Upward force. Okay? So yun lang naman, okay? And then for work of a force, ngayon na naman siya, nagpakita na naman ng ating favorite na which is yung ating may ads na naman, sorry. Okay? For the work of the force will do work on a particle only when the particle undergoes a displacement. Ibig sabihin pala, magkakaroon lang tayo ng, ng work sa isang object kung magkakaroon ka ng displacement. Meaning, yung force F is nag-cause ng paggalaw ng object or ng particle along the path. Okay? So, from position R, this is position R. This is position R. Or yan yung initial angle niya kasi curvilinear motion inaano natin dito. From that point to this point, okay, nagkaroon siya ng pagbabago. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan? So, ibig sabihin, if this is, yung change in position mo is simply equal to R prime minus D R. Okay? And then next one, the magnitude of dr is its length of the differential segment along the path. Ito kasi guys, mostly kasi ang kino-consider kasi natin is hindi lang always linear yung relationship natin. Para for more or for wider applications kasi, inirepresent natin siya as anywhere along the curve yung path natin. Or anywhere or any curve along yung path natin is any curve. O ibig sabihin, pwede natin ma-i-apply yung concept kahit na ano pa yung ibigay sa atin na type ng problem. So anyway, yun lang naman yun. So differential change lang of the segment along the path. Ibig sabihin, from this point to this point, ano yung nagpabago niya. So yun nga yung dr natin, kakaintindihan. And then guys, then work is done by F is a scalar quantity. Okay? So makinig kayo guys, makinig mabuti. Kung kapansin nyo, ang sinabi sa atin is yung force is yung force na nag-exert sa object is mag-cause siya ng movement. Kapag nangyari yon, ang tendency is makapag-produce tayo ng work. So simply ganito na lang gawin natin siguro. Ito na lang tandaan nyo. For work, simply equal to the force multiplied by the displacement. Okay? So yun lang ang dapat nating tandaan muna siguro for now. Okay? And then guys, this is work by a force. Pag sinabing work by a force, yung force na kino-consider natin is what? Yung force na kino-consider natin is just the yung force na kino-consider natin is the external force acting on the object. Okay? I hope na maliwanag tayo for that part alone. Okay? For example, sige, lagyan natin ng instance dito sa baba. For example, guys, meron tayong force na 200 Newton. Okay? 200 Newton. Okay, let's say meron tayong force na, ulit natin. Let's say we have the force equal to 200 Newton. Now, meron tayong distance. Ibig sabihin, for example, this is your particle A. I mean, that's your Okay? And then, wait lang. At ito ngayon yung magiging A and B. So, para mas magets nyo siya, I think much better if ko to as your final position SF and then this your initial position SI. Okay? And then guys, yung D na to, this one is the distance covered with the path. Syempre, simply lang yan, SF minus SI. Okay? Change in position lang siya. Okay? Ngayon, kung halimbawa na yung D natin, ibig sabihin, from this position, after ma-exert, okay, this is your ball, for example, after ma-exert yung 200 Newton, gumalaw ngayon yung object mo from this point up to this point ng 5 meters for example. Okay, so sabihin, ang distance or displacement niya is 5 meters for example. Ngayon, kung ganun pala, ibig sabihin, the work done is simply FD, okay? Yung work done natin is equal to force which is 200 Newton multiplied by 5 meters. So, ibig sabihin, your work is 100 Newton meter. Okay? And then guys, in English units kasi, okay, in English units kasi guys, the Newton meter is parang moment. Parang siya, di ba? Para siyang moment. Okay? So guys, ang unit naman natin dito for Newton meter is equal, 1 Newton meter is simply equal to 1 joule. Okay? So joule ang unit of work natin. Okay, i-highlight ko lang ulit ito. Okay? And then guys, makinig kayo mabuti. Isa pang ko dito guys is always be careful. I mean, always be mindful of the direction. Okay? Kapag guys, ang work mo, okay, if yung force mo is along the direction of motion, or same, yung force mo is same the direction of motion, ibig sabihin, wait lang. This is, okay, wait lang. Hindi natin ilagay. Okay? Dito na lang. Ito. Remember, note. For example, note. Okay? Positive yung work mo, positive yung U, if yung force mo is along the direction of your motion. Okay? For example, this is your acceleration. Okay? And then guys, sige, motion na lang pala, wag na acceleration. Kasi acceleration, nagbabari yan, depende. So, motion, okay? Papunta niyo motion. Okay? Ngayon naman, negative yung work mo if yung force mo, for example, is opposite to the direction of motion. Okay? Ayan, opposite to the direction of motion. Okay? Mamaya magigets nyo yan kung bakit. But again guys, ang work formula natin for work is force times the distance, and Newton, 1 Newton meter is equal to 1 joule for the unit of work. Okay? For equations of work naman, simply, yun nga kasi, minsan kasi yung, tawag dito, imagine na you're pushing a cart, okay? Imagine na you're pushing a cart across or up the hill, okay? Pero yung slope ng hill kasi, halimbawa, ito yung hill natin, okay? Ito yung hill natin. Yung slope kasi ng hill, di ba, ang sinasabi natin na slope is yung slope ng kada curve mo. Ito, ayan, o this one dito, di ba? Yung mga slope na tinutukoy natin is nag-change siya across the path. Okay? Ibig sabihin daw pala that ano tag dito? Hindi natin pwede gamitin simply yung force or yung work is equal to force times the displacement or the distance. So instead, kailangan natin i-represent or i-account and need natin i-consider yung each force change along the path by integration or by using integration. Okay? So kung titingnan nyo mabuti to, ano yung work done from point 1 to point 2, titingnan nyo what's the work done from point 1 to point 2. Okay? Ibig sabihin lang nun, you're going to get the, the force from the position 1 up to the position 2. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan? Ibig sabihin, yung S1 mo is eto, and then your S2 or your position 2 is this one. Ngayon, kailangan mong kunin yung force across doon sa change in your curve. Okay? I hope malinaw yon, but yun nga. Hindi kasi natin po always pwedeng i-represent as U is equal to FD kasi hindi naman always linear yung consideration natin. Okay? Now, let's move on to the work of a constant force. Actually guys, etong concept naman na to is parang, actually hindi na nga natin dapat to itatakal, but I just want to clarify lang na hindi ba ang force, di ba ang acceleration natin sa Newton's second law is equal to mass times the force equal to mass times the acceleration. Ang consideration natin is the force should be and always along the direction of the motion. Ngayon guys, ibig sabihin lang nun, if you're going to get the displacement at a single line, for example, this is your initial position, tama? This is your initial position, this is your final position. Ibig sabihin yung force na ito ngayon yung force na ine-exert dun sa object. Yan yung force F natin. However, hindi yan guys yung i-consider natin na force para makuha natin yung work along this axis. Nagkakaintindihan? Ano yung i-consider natin na force? Of course, yung component ng force na along with the direction of the displacement. Ibig sabihin, kung nag-displace yung S1 mo, this is S1 and this is S2. Nag-displace yung S1 mo from S2, this is your D. Tama? Ngayon, ano ngayon yung force along that axis? Ibig sabihin, kung titingnan mo mabuti, ito yung object mo, ayan ngayon yung kino-consider natin, hindi nakikita. Okay? Ito naman ngayon yung kino-consider natin as force na dapat may experience ng object natin. So, ibig sabihin, mapapansin nyo yung formula dito sa baba, that the work done from point 1 to point 2 is simply F cosine of position 1 minus position 2. Magbibigay lang ako ng isang example, siguro dito na lang. Okay, for example guys, ito yung path natin. Okay? Ayun yung path natin. Ngayon initially, nasa 0. Okay? And then, after i-exert, tinan natin yung mabuti after i-exert, wait lang, this is force F naman ngayon. This is force F na 200, example 200 Newton. Teka lang, ano pala yung calculate ko. So, 200 Newton daw yung ina-apply natin na force. So, kung titingnan nyo, I think lagay natin to as 30 degrees, okay? 30 degrees. Ngayon guys, nag-display, after na sipain, halimbawa, this is your ball, after na sipain yung ball A mo, napunta ngayon dito. Okay, which is from origin, ang distance niya is, sabihin natin 5 meters ulit. Ang hilig ko sa 5 meters Okay? Ngayon, ibig sabihin, kung kukunin natin yung work, okay, sige, wag na A and B. Gawin na lang natin siya guys as, para mas hindi kayo malito. So, gawin lang natin siya as your S1. Okay. As your S1 and S2. Now guys, kung titingnan nyo, ngayon guys, kung titingnan nyo, your S1 and from your S1 to S2, 5 meters siya. Ibig sabihin, the distance is equal to 5 meters. If we're going to calculate the work, okay, work done to an object from point 1 to point 2, it is simply equal to force times distance. However guys, di ba nga ang sabi natin, the force should always be along the direction of the displacement. Ang direction ng displacement natin from this point up to S2 is along the x-axis, for example. Along the x-axis, this is x and then this is y. Ngayon, anong force yung consider natin? Of course, the component of the force along x-axis. So this is Fx. Tama? Kung titingnan mo mabuti, your work done from 1 to 2 is simply equal to 200 Newton cosine of 30. I think okay na tayo dito. Multiply by the distance of 5 meters. This is Newton Okay? And then ano ngayon yung work done from 1 to 2 natin? From point 1 to 2. So basically 200 cosine of 30 times 5. So yun lang naman. And I think the work done is 866 Newton meter. Or simply, pag nirewrite natin yan, is simply equal to 866 joules. So, yun lang naman ang ating principle for the, for work of a constant force. Okay? Okay guys, so now naman is the work of weight. So, equations of work in work of weight. So, consider a particle of weight which moves up along a path shown as from the position S1 to S2. At an intermediate point, the displacement kasi is equal to dr is equal to dxi. Kung titignan nyo guys, this is a 3D notation. However, gusto ko muna sana ma-appreciate nyo yung sa may 2D notation niya. Paano ba siya nag-work? Okay? For 2D, or sabihin natin for 2D muna, 2-dimensional or 2-dimensional vectors muna tayo. Okay? Let's say tuloy. Let's say meron tayong path which is, okay. Let's say meron tayong ganyan. Okay? And then, this is our position 1, position 2. Ayan, gusto ko lang ma-appreciate nyo siya. Now guys, okay, yung object mo ngayon is nag-start dito at this is your reference. Okay, this is your reference. Ibig sabihin, at this point, dun mo siya kinonsider na kinonsider. And then, ngayon, ibig sabihin, saan siya nagsimula? Of course, sa reference. Ang reference is parang datum. Saan ba nagsimulang i-observe yung object? O kung eto ngayon yun, pwede ba natin sabihin that yung distance niya from the x-axis is the y1? Tama? Diyan siya nagsimula Now guys, kung mapansin mo naman, how about this one? Okay? Ito naman ngayon, yung y2 mo. Kasi, kung mapapansin nyo kasi, that yung weight natin, wait lang. Ayan yan, So, ibig sabihin, ito yung object mo. Okay? Ayun yung object mo na tinutulak ng weight pababa. Okay? Yun yung tinutulak ng object ng weight mo pababa. This is, we can call this as y. Nagkakaintindihan? Ibig sabihin, mula dito sa reference point, okay? Masin nyo, Okay? Ibig sabihin, mula sa reference point na to, okay, mula sa reference point na yan, dahil tinutulak ka nga ng weight mo, bababa ka pa ganun. Okay? O simply, pinakita ko lang nirepresent ko lang siya as eto. Parang mula dito sa taas na to, bababa ka papunta dito. At pag nakarating ka na dyan sa point na yan, this is your A, for example, this is your A, and then this is your B. Ibig sabihin, from A to B, or from 1 to 2, sige sabihin na natin 1 to 2 para hindi kayo nalilito. Kayo, alam nyo, ayokong nahihirapan kayo. Hindi ba? Okay? Ibig sabihin, this is from point 1 to point 2. Ngayon guys, kung titingnan nyo, ano yung magiging distance nyo yan? Of course, eto. Tama. Which is D is equal to Y1 minus Y2. Okay? Is simply equal to negative D. Okay? Or negative delta change in, negative delta Y or negative D simply to denote that change in the change in position. Now guys, what I want you to unlearn is ano ngayon yung force na nag-exert dito. Of course, this is a work by weight. Ibig sabihin, ang force na nag-exert sa kanya is simply the weight. Now guys, paano ngayon natin mako-compute yung work? That's U, That's U, 1 to 2, simply equal to F, D. Okay, considering guys na yung force mo is a unit, yung force mo dito along this consideration is weight, so therefore this is weight. Okay? And then guys, kung since weight is a vector, ibig sabihin, kailangan mo i-consider guys yung and D is the displacement, ibig sabihin kailangan nyo, which is also a vector, ibig sabihin kailangan i-consider nyo yung direction. Ngayon, yung work natin, okay, yung work natin guys is from 1 to 2 is simply equal to negative weight. Okay, at yung distance natin dito is simply equal to negative D. Kasi nga, nakuha natin kanina that your position is negative distance. Ibig sabihin, negative D. Ngayon, yung position mo from 1 to 2, at ba mu? That's U, sorry. Position mo from 1 to 2 is simply equal to negative times negative is equal to weight multiplied by distance. O, lagay ko lang dito where W is equal to weight. Okay, okay, burahin ko muna to. Nagkamali ko kasi kanina. Okay. For spring force guys, if an elastic spring is elongated a distance ds, then the work done by the force that acts on the attached particle is the change in work is equal to negative Fsds minus is equal to Ksds. Where guys, makinig kayo mabuti, the K is a spring constant. Okay, given naman yon lagi. Kasi ang spring constant is nagva-vary depending on the type of steel na ginamit. Depending on the spring na ginamit. Okay? So guys, meron tayong namang formula susundin dyan, which is eto. Okay? Ito na lang, tandaan nyo na lang itong formula na to. Ayan. Ano ba yan? Ano ba ito? Okay, tandaan nyo na lang siguro yung formula. Tandaan nyo na lang siguro yung formula na to. Okay. This one. Okay? And then guys, makinig, this is a general formula. Ang gusto ko namang ma-identify nyo, ito kasi is pag dinerive natin medyo mahaba siya, but pakitandaan na lang yan as our formula. And again guys, the work done from point 1 to point 2 is equal to negative, okay, negative quantity 1/2 K S2, which is the position 2 square, minus 1/2 ng K or the spring constant pa rin, since constant yan in both position 1 and 2, hindi naman siya magbabago. So, parehas silang K. S1 square. And then guys, ang gusto ko lang ipaintindi sa inyo mabuti is kung kailan ba nagkakaroon ng problema when solving using this type of problem. Guys, paalala lang sa inyo na madali lang yung formula. The problem is yung pag-assume ng direction ng spring force and ng mga direction ng mga direction guys nung ating S1 and S2 and of course the spring force natin. Guys, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, okay? Kung titingnan nyo mabuti, okay? Please take note of this. The case 1 and the case 2. Pinag-provide ko na kayo para mas magets nyo siya. Case 1 and then case 2. For case 1 guys, ipagpalagay natin that the force F is exerted, okay, this is external. Guys, and yung force na tinutukoy natin dito is not the spring force. Pag sinabi ko guys na yung in-apply nating force is patulak dito sa spring natin, that's not the spring force. Ang spring force natin is constant nung force mismo, yung spring mismo. So by Hooke's law, sige, isulat ko dito sa gilid. Note. Okay? By Hooke's law, the spring, the spring force Fs is the restoring force. Is the restoring force. Okay? Lang. Ibig sabihin lang dyan, ang concept ko lang dito guys, is yung spring force is the restoring force na constant doon sa may spring natin mismo. Ibig sabihin, hilahin mo man siya o hilahin mo man siya o itulak mo man siya towards the spring, ang tendency yan guys is may magre-resist lagi dyan. And kung mapapansin nyo, dati diba, for friction naman natin, ang friction force natin is always opposite to the direction of acceleration. Ngayon guys, ang tinutukoy ko dito, what I mean here is yung spring force natin is always directed, okay, is always directed towards dito. Since restoring force nga siya, ibig sabihin, di ba yung spring, kung i-imagine niyo ang tigas niya, pag hinila mo siya o itinulak mo siya, pag hinila mo siya, parang ang tigas-tigas niya, na parang may pumipigil sa paghila mo. So yun yung tinatawag na spring force. At yung spring force na yun is always perpendicular towards dun sa support mo or sa attachment kung saan nakakabit yung spring. Nagkakaintindihan? Dun sa may supported end. Sa free end, dito, hindi ka tutulak dyan kasi wala naman nag-hold sa'yo, walang nagsusupport sa'yo. Okay? Now, okay, what I want to bakit ito ginawa is to identify na this is your S1 kasi tinulak mo siya, di ba? Okay? Tinulak mo siya from this position, pumunta siya dito to this position S2. Okay? Ngayon titingnan nyo from this position, okay, from S1, syempre pag tinulak mo siya papuntang left, ang tendency from position 1 pupunta ka din ng left. Okay? And then take note guys, makinig, that if the spring note that, delete nga natin to. Isusulat ko muna ulit yung F natin, I think may much better na gawin. Okay, wait lang. Okay, I think para mas okay siyang i-explain. So, ang note natin dito, okay, by Hooke's law, the Fs is the restoring force. Okay? Ngayon, take note that if the direction of spring force Fs is along the direction of displacement, therefore positive work. Okay? Now naman, if the direction of the spring force, okay, if the direction of the spring force, ito lang, ayan lang yon, is opposite to the direction of displacement, therefore, ano siya? Therefore, sumasagot na iba dyan, narinig ko, negative work. Okay? Ngayon guys, listen. Kung titingnan nyo yung case 1 natin, itinulak siya ng external force natin. Tinulak siya ng external force, F, gan. Kung titingnan nyo mabuti, saan ba yung direction ng spring force natin? Di ba ang sabi natin is always directed to the direction, to the supports. Ibig sabihin, papunta lagi siya sa supported end niya. Okay? Ibig sabihin, papunta siya ng left. Papunta siya doon. Okay? Supported end niya. Di ba nasa left yung supported end niya? Now naman guys, nung tinulak siya, ibig sabihin yung displacement mo na to from S1, papunta ditong S2, is papunta din ng left. Okay? Ibig sabihin, positive work siya dyan. Kasi yung Fs, yung displacement mo is papunta ng left, yung force S mo is papunta din ng left. Okay? For case 2 naman guys, ipagpalagay natin that the force exerted to this spring is papunta dun sa palabas. So this is F external, okay? If that is F external, pwede ko bang sabihin that initially nandito ka? Okay? That initially your position is nandyan, and then for pangalawa naman, nandito ka. So, ibig sabihin, kung hinila yung particle mo o yung object mo dito, i-treat mo yung dulo ng spring as particle at hinila mo siya papunta dun sa, at hinila mo siya papunta dun sa kanan, okay? Okay, that's your displacement. Ngayon naman, kung titingnan mo, di ba sabi that by Hooke's law, okay? Linawin lang natin to guys ha. If the spring is the direction of the restoring force, that is always towards the supported end. That is towards the supported end. Ibig sabihin, yung direction ng Fs natin is hindi mababago yan case by case. And then for this one guys, is it negative or positive? So, negative. Bakit? Kasi yung direction ng displacement niya from S1 to S2 is papuntang kanan. Okay? This is your D. However, guys, from this point to this, papunta naman doon, this is your Fs. Okay? Ibig sabihin, your spring force is opposite naman in direction. Kaya ang work mo dito is negative. Okay? I hope. And ayun nga, isang mahalaga lang na kailangan kong ipaalala pala sa inyo dito para mas mabilis nyo maintindihan guys at alam nyo kung tama o mali yung sagot nyo. Okay? Positive work is simply equal to the compressed. Kapag kinompress mo yung spring, positive work yon. Pag yung spring is elongated, negative work yon. Pag ibig sabihin, pag humaba yung spring mo, negative work yon. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan? Okay. Okay guys, so I think example problem na tayo. Okay, for our sample problem, check ko lang kung on yung microphone. Okay, so for our sample problem number 1, which is guys, parang dito isang example lang tayo, but may di-discuss naman natin lahat ng concept and sama-sama na lahat ng work. So bakit? Ang sabi dito sa example is the 10 kilogram block, ano yan? This is mass or weight. So basically, kapag meron tayong kilogram na given in SI unit, that's already our mass. Now guys, figure rests on a smooth incline. If the spring is originally stretched 0.5 meters, okay? Originally stretched, ibig sabihin, sige magsulat na nga tayo ng given. Wait lang. Given. Ngayon kung titingnan mo, meron kang mass of the block. Ito guys, since iba't ibang force yung total ang consider natin dito guys is the total, is the total work exerted on an object. Kung mapapansin nyo muna yung object, ano yung nag-exert dyan? Meron kang external force P, which is equal to 400 Newton. You know that yung block mo is may weight yan. Ibig sabihin, if you have weight, therefore, you have work done by the weight. And of course is, ano ba to? Ano ba yan? So yan guys, ay yung tinatawag natin as spring, tama? Ibig sabihin, meron din tayong work done by the spring. At meron nga tayong spring constant, which is K is equal to 30 Newton meter. Kung titingnan yung mabuti, okay, originally, nandito yung box natin. Okay, baguhin ko lang. Originally, nandito yung box natin. Okay. Nandiyan sa portion. Nandito sa portion na yan yung box natin. So, I think i-highlight lang natin. Ano ba bago? I think i-highlight lang siguro natin ng konti. OA naman. I-highlight lang natin ng konti. Andiyan yung initial ano natin. So this is our initially, okay, initially nandito yung box natin. Initial. Okay. Mhm. Na para bang, okay? Initially, nandiyan yung box natin, o yung spring natin. Ibig sabihin, okay, initial. Okay, initially, nandiyan yung box natin. At initially, yung spring natin, mula dyan, of course, ika-count natin yan as 1.5. Okay, this is your 1.5 meters. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan. Nandyan yung box natin initially, or yung spring natin pala. Di ba naka-attach siya? Yung box pala natin is, andito na siya. Ayan. Dito. Tama, doon yung box natin, and then sa box natin naka-attach yung spring, di ba? So, I hope hindi na naguluhan doon. And then, for final position naman, simply, andito siya. Pagkatulak ng pagka tulak ng force, pagkatulak ng force P doon sa object. Okay, pagkatulak ng force P doon sa object, from this initial, ito na yung naging final niya. Okay? Final. Okay, I hope maliwanag doon. So, M block natin is 10 kilogram. So, ibig sabihin, pwede nating isulat that yung spring position 1 is simply equal to 1.5 meters ba? 0.5 meters. Sorry, this is 0.5 meters pala. Not 1.5, okay? O, nagkakamali lang. Nagre-react 0.5 meters. Ibig sabihin, initially, ang spring natin, this will be spring. SI is 0.5 meters, okay? And then, determine the total work done by all the forces acting on the object. When force P, ito guys, the external force, ito tinutukoy ko, F external, or the force external, simply equal to, or P, is equal to ilan? 400 Newton. 100 Newton. Now guys, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, ano tawag dito? Kung titingnan nyo namang mabuti, that the plane S is equal to 2 meter. Okay, etong ibig sabihin, yung mula sa box na to, okay, mula sa box na yan is 2 meters. S is equal to 2 meters. From initial position to the final position ng block is 2 meters. And initially, yung block na ay spring natin na naka-attach dun sa block is 0.5 meters na siya. Ibig sabihin, yung final position niya, kung hahaba siya hanggang dito sa dulo, is 2.5 meters. However, isa-isahin natin para hindi tayo masyadong maguluhan. Unahin muna natin, for una, is to resolve the components muna. Since nakalagay na to dito, which is ang epal, okay? Ba't ba nandyan na yan? Sige, puputian ko na nga lang. O, basta nakalagay na yan dyan, guys. Kung hindi yan nakalagay, okay. Tanggalin natin yan, okay? And i-denote natin siya as, para hindi sinusubo ang mga, okay? Lagay natin that this is our Y. This is our Y and this is our X. Okay, ngayon, kung titingnan nyo, i-isolate na lang natin yung triangle para hindi mababoy. Is it okay? Kasi bakit ba natin siya kailangan muna? Kailangan muna natin yan para ma-resolve natin muna yung mga components o yung mga distance components natin. Okay? Kung titingnan nyo, this is your S. Tama. This is your S. Okay? That is your Y. Okay? Ngayon, knowing that this is our S is equal to 2 meters, we have X and then we have Y. Okay? Ngayon, kung titingnan yung mabuti, that the angle right here, okay, that the angle daw right here is ilan? 30 degrees. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kung 30 degrees yung angle of inclination natin from the X, ibig sabihin, this is also 30 degrees. Okay? Now, calculating guys, para makuha natin yung X and Y, di ba simply cosine, ano lang tayo dito? Sine and cosine? Pythagorean lang. Ayun lang. Oh yes, Pythagorean identities lang, which is cosine of 30 is equal to adjacent, which is X, over the hypotenuse 2. And then, yung ano naman natin, for Y naman natin is simply sine. Bakit Y? Kasi yung opposite ng angle natin is the side y, which is 30, is simply equal to y over 2. Okay, ngayon, makukuha mo dyan guys, yung nakalagay kanina doon na binura ko, x is equal to 2 cosine of 30. And then for your y naman is simply equal to 2 sine of 30. Ngayon, makukuha na ba natin yung value ng x at saka value ng y? For our x and for our y, verify ko lang simply that, wait lang, that your 2 cosine of 30 is equal to square root of 3. I think huwag na natin munang i-ano para mas safe. And then, para naman sa is simply 1. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung x value mo is equal to the square root of 3 and this is equal to 1. Okay? Ano yung susunod natin? Di ba sabi natin sa total work done? O ano gusto nyong unahin natin? Siguro pinakamaina, pag sunod-sunod na lang natin, depende dun sa na-discuss kanina. Unahin muna natin guys is yung by work done by a force. Okay? Work done by a force. Okay, so meron pa pala tayo isang nakalimutan, okay? Which is ang pinakamahalagang kailangan nating ginagawa lagi is what? Starts with letter F. Okay? Papa mo. Joke lang. Okay. Ngayon, ano yung kailangan natin gawin? Starts with letter F. This is F, B, D. Okay? Ngayon, this is your F, B, D or the free body diagram. Okay, kung i-analyze mo mabuti, okay? O i-analyze nating mabuti. Okay. O sige, dito na nga natin i-under. Okay. Wait lang. Dito natin i-under FBD. Okay, yung FBD natin. Okay? Kung titingnan mong mabuti, pag in-isolate natin yung block, let's say pag ganyan yan, tama? Tama. And then, i-drawing tayo ngayon ng block dito. And again, sa dynamics, kapag ka nag-isolate ka ng free body diagram, ang pinaka-goal mo talaga is to, pasingawin lahat ng mga forces and direction ng mga vectors along or acting doon sa iyong object. So, maliwanag ba yun? Now guys, since this is work done by a force, ibig sabihin, kailangan nating i-consider lahat ng force acting dito. When we are going to get that, ano ba yung mga force acting dyan? Sir, yung pong force P. At saka po yung weight. Hala, sir, di ba merong ibang work na na ginagawa yung weight natin? So, bakit natin i-consider dun sa work done by a force? Kung papansinin nyo guys, yung weight kasi is a force. Okay? And again, kapag kinuha natin yung vector summation niya, is still along this plane, okay, kapag kinuha natin yung vector summation niya, di ba itong F, paano ba yung motion natin? Hindi ba from point A, okay, from point A, i-highlight ko lang di ba from point A, yung displacement natin, this is, okay, from point A, di ba? From point A dito, papunta doon yung ating motion. Tama? Ngayon, yung force na kailangan nating i-consider is the force na paganyan. Tama? And also, yung weight natin kasi is may mai-induce din yan na force, which is yung paganito naman. And di ba para lang yan guys, second law, dahil doon nga natin na-extract lahat yon, that the direction of the vector forces that cause the object, okay, to move, simply work, is dapat along the same direction. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung weight tsaka yung external force is also a force. Yung weight na consider natin mamaya is the straight vertically upward. Okay? And then guys, makinig kayo mabuti. Okay na tayo dyan. Ibig sabihin, straight vertically upward yung weight natin, which is di-discuss ko siya mamaya. Next is work done by a force naman tayo. When we isolate the free body diagram, simply, this is your weight. Okay? W. And then, meron ka ngayong force P exerted at this point. Diba sabi natin, ang free body diagram natin is is a representation of all the forces and the motion acting on the body. And then this is your position 1, di ba? This is your S1 and this is your S2. Okay? Or simply this is your S. Okay? Simply that's your S. Pero tanggalin ko muna yan para hindi nakakalito yung drawing natin. But alam niyo guys that this is your S. Okay? Sige, S na nga lang. Dito ko naman sulat. Okay. This is your S. Now guys, ano pa yung ibang force na nag-act dyan? So meron kang weight at yung weight mo is naka-directed towards the plane. So ibig sabihin, may sisingaw dyan or magre-react yung plane natin towards this point which tinatawag bilang normal force. So ano pa yan? So wala na. Ngayon guys, kung ganito lang gawin nyo. Okay? Kung saan yung direction ng plane nyo, doon na lang kayo mag-establish ng axis. Okay? Okay? I think baguhin ko yung kulay. Doon na lang tayo mag-establish ng axis. Kung dyan, and then dyan. And then doon. Okay? So, ayan. Doon lang tayo guys ma-establish ng axis. So, this is your X. So, this is your X. And this is your Y. Bahala naman kayo kung ano yan. And this is your X. Okay? Ngayon guys, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, ano pa yung kulang natin dyan? When we are drawing the free body diagram, kailangan din nating isama syempre yung alin? Yung direction. Okay? Bakit? Sobrang halaga niyan because dyan tayo lagi nagbe-base. Okay? Ngayon guys, kung titingnan nyo, okay, for angles naman, if that is 30 degrees, okay, kunin natin to. Knowing that yung normal force mo is always perpendicular to the plane, so this is 90 degrees. Tama? Ngayon, ang angle mapaform mo dito is 180 minus 90 minus 30 is simply equal to 60 degrees. Tama? Ngayon, by the theorem of angles, you know that, you know that, by theorems of angles, alam mo dapat that, sige pa ganun. Okay, the theorems of angles, you should know that yung angle dito is also equal to angle this point, okay, and also equal to angle this one. So, sabihin, if this is your angle A, this is your angle A, this is your angle A. So, if ito yung angle natin, 30 degrees, okay? Okay, if that is your angle, right ko lang. Okay. If this is your angle, which is 30 degrees, dapat ito din is 30 degrees. So, kung 30 degrees yan, dapat pala, along with the axis perpendicular or parallel to that axis is equal to 30 degrees. Okay? Knowing na yung y and x natin are perpendicular, creating perpendicular angles with each other, intersecting with one another, you know that this is 90 degrees. If that is 90 degrees, if this angle right here is 90 degrees, ibig sabihin, ilang na natitira for this one? Ang matitira na lang natin dyan is 90 minus 30 degrees is simply equal to 60 degrees. Ito pa ulit-ulit natin siyang ginagawa kasi hindi ba, para ma-i-apply nyo rin siya sa mga ibang subjects nyo. Especially when you are going to get lahat yan. From statics to defo to RC and steel, lahat to gamit yung triangle na to. Or I mean yung theorems yung triangles na yan. So, nakapag-create na tayo guys ng free body diagram. Ngayon, if we're going to get the work done by a force, simply yung work natin from point 1 to 2 is equal to F multiplied by the D. Okay? Knowing na yung D natin dito is equal to S. Kasi from this point, tumravel yung box natin papunta dito. Okay? So, yung S natin is equal to S2 minus S1. Okay? And then, knowing na yung S2 natin is equal to 2 meters from the origin, and yung S1 naman natin is 0, assuming that this is our origin. Therefore, yung D natin is equal to 2 minus 0, or yung D natin is simply equal to 2 meters. Okay? Ang problem ko dito is the force. Okay? Since nakita nyo that the equation of the work is FD, natatakot ako na baka mamaya nakakita kayo ng force dito. Okay? Baka mamaya nakakita kayo ng force dyan. Ang tendency niyan is baka mamaya i-400 times 2 nyo na. Okay, which is 800. Which is mali. Okay, which is mali. Okay? Dahil ang kailangan natin dyan is i-extract natin yung component dito. O ano yan? Component ng force X. Okay? Dahil di ba sabi natin that the direction of the displacement is also the direction of the applied force acting on it para makompute mo yung tamang work. And by the way guys, so yun pala, medyo i-disregard nyo na sinabi ko kanina that this is work done by a force nga pala. O ibig sabihin, yung sinabi ko kanina na i-include natin yung weight is hindi muna. Okay? Wag muna. Force muna. Force lang. Okay? Force lang. Nasabi ko yun because ang way ko ng pag-solve dati is anong tawag dito? Is kino-consider ko na lahat into one solving. Pero wag muna, isa-isahin natin. So, ibig sabihin, ay i-consider lang natin dito para hindi na kayo malito, tanggalin muna natin tong weight. Okay? Tanggalin muna natin yung weight na yan. Tanggalin muna natin siguro tong weight. Wait lang. Tanggalin muna natin tong weight. Okay? Para hindi tayo lahat ma-confuse. Okay? Tanggalin nyo yan. And then okay, tanggalin nyo yan. Ngayon, force lang kino-consider natin dito. Ito lang. Ayan lang. Ngayon guys, di ba sabi ko nga that the direction of force is always and should be always towards to the direction of the displacement. If yung F1 mo is papunta dito, okay? If yung F1 mo is nag-display siya inclined din from point 1 papunta doon, this is your S, di ba? Oh, ibig sabihin, dapat same sila ng plane na pinag-aaktan. So, kung yung displacement mo is inclined at a 30-degree angle, the force should also be inclined at a 30-degree angle. Ano yun? So, yun nga yung force X. So, calculating the force X, basically, ito yun. Calculating the force X is simply equal to ano? Simply equal to force cosine of 30. Okay? Nakakaintindi yan. So, ibig sabihin, yung F natin dito is from point 1 to 2 is equal to F cosine of 30 multiplied by 2. And yung from position 1 to 2 natin, ang force natin is equal to 200 Newton. That's the magnitude of the resultant force N. Ibig sabihin, 200 cosine of 30 multiplied by 2. Ang position natin from position 1 to 2 is simply equal to, this is meters and this is Newton. Okay? 200 cosine of 30 times 2 is simply equal to 346. Okay? 346 times 2. Okay? 346.41 times 2. Okay? Sorry, that's 400 pala. Hindi pala siya 200. Pala medyo so this is 400 cosine 30 times 2. Since 400 yon, ang makukuha natin is 692.82. Ito is work done by a force to 82 or Newton meter, tama? Or let's say 692.82 joules. Okay, this is work done by a force. Okay? So, highlight ko yan. So, yan na yung work done by a force natin. Okay guys, wait, check ko lang ulit kung naka-on. Baka mamaya. So, next guys, tapos na tayo for the work done by the constant force. How about number 2? Ano ba ginawa? Ito yung solving natin kanina. Okay. Now naman is, let's try to solve the, okay, work done by the the force of work done by the force of weight or the weight. Okay, wait. Where's force of weight or force of gravity to? Okay, wait lang. Force of gravity siya. This is force of gravity or simply tinatawag natin siya bilang weight. Okay? Now guys, what I want you to learn, okay, what I want you to learn is that when we are going to get the work due to gravity, always, and please always consider lang guys, the vertical displacement, the straight vertical displacement. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan ba? Okay? Ibig sabihin, i-consider lang natin yung displacement niya along y. Always the along y. So, ikakopy ko to. Okay. Okay, ikakopy ko yan. Considering guys na ang displacement natin along y, tama ba? Ibig sabihin, mula dito, papunta dun sa taas. So, ibig sabihin, ang displacement natin, this is your initial position ng y, di ba? O sabihin natin that this is your y1 and this is your y2. Tama. Kasi yung object mo, umangat siya. Ibig sabihin, yung object mo, if umangat yan, pumunta yan doon. Nag-change yan along x, nag-change din yan along y. I-consider natin for weight, since weight is always directed vertically downward, is always vertically downward. Ibig sabihin, papunta dun siya. Nagkakaintindihan? Ibig sabihin, from 0, napunta siya dun sa positive 1. Okay? And then yun nga, kaya nga nakuha natin guys that y is simply equal to 1 minus 0. Y is equal to 1. Okay? Mahalaga ba? Mahalaga yon. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yan yung i-consider natin. Now, paano naman yung force? Kasi ang work done by the gravity simply equal to ang work done by the ang work done by the gravity natin or work done by the weight natin is simply equal from point 1 to 2 is simply equal the force times the d, where this is weight and this is the displacement d or the y. Oh, wait lang, this is the y. Ganyan lang. Kailangan vertical lang ha. Ngayon, you know that yung weight mo is equal to mass times the gravity. Tama pa. Kasi hindi mo makukuha weight. Ang given sa atin is 10 kilogram block. Ibig sabihin, your weight is equal to mass which is 10 kilogram multiplied by 9.81. Simply, we have 910 ba? Tama ba? 9.8, sorry, 98.1 pala. 9.81 times 10 is equal to 98.1 Newton meter per second square. Ngayon, kung titignan nyo mabuti, makukuha na ba natin siya? Yes. However, guys, I want you to take note of this one. Kailangan talaga panoorin nyo itong mabuti. Kailangan. So, una is the gravity always, kasi pag skip ginawa nyo dito, naku tapos. Acts downward. Note nyo yan, ano? Okay? Ibig sabihin, always acts downward. Ngayon, kung nagko-consider ka that your FD dito, for example, yung summation ng work mo from 1 to 2, kasi this is also a vector, ano, di ba? Kaya ibig sabihin, kailangan mo i-consider yung direction. Considering, guys, na upward is positive dito, okay? Is equal to weight natin na always negative. Therefore, we can say that negative 9.81. Tama ba? This is also, ano tawag ito? Yung weight natin is simply, wait lang. So, this is Newton na pala. Meron pa tayong ganun. So, ang weight natin is simply equal to negative 9.81 Newton. 9.81 Newton yung weight natin, multiply by D natin. Ibig sabihin, yung D natin is equal to Y. Okay? Yung D is equal to Y. Okay, ngayon, ibig sabihin, yung work natin from point 1 to point 2 is simply negative 9.81. Ito ang gusto kong sabihin sa inyo ngayon. Ano ngayon yung direction ng Y? Kung titingnan nyo, mula dito sa baba, yung block natin is paangat, di ba? By the way guys, kung sa mga hindi nakaka-picture, ito yung block natin. Ang movement ng block natin is papunta doon. Kumbaga, yung movement ng block mo is nahati into components, which is the horizontal and the vertical component. Okay, ibig sabihin yung displacement mo is nagkaroon ng component. And again guys, ang kino-consider natin is always the vertical component lang when we are going to talk about the gravitational work. Okay? So ibig sabihin, from point O papunta dun sa taas, umangat siya. Therefore, positive. So ibig sabihin, this is 1. Okay? 1 meter. So yung work natin from 1 to 2 is simply equal to negative 9.81 Newton multiply by 1 meter. Okay? So ang work done natin 1 to 2 is simply equal to negative 9.81 Newton meter. So ibig lang sabihin na to, okay? Ibig lang sabihin na to that if the direction of motion is upward, the work due to gravity is negative. Ayan lang yan. Okay? So for work done by the force due to gravity is negative work by 9.81 Newton meter. Highlight natin and then let's... Now we're down for the last work done through an object, which is the... Okay, which is work done by a spring. Okay? So this is work done by a spring. So isusulat ko na yung formula that the work done by a spring from position 1 to position 2 of the spring is simply equal to negative 1/2. Okay? The K, this is a general formula, no, regardless. S square minus KS I square. Okay, that's it. Okay, we're in ang coefficient of we're in ang coefficient ay ang ano natin, ang spring constant natin is equal given by spring constant. Look at this figure 30. Ang spring constant natin is equal to 30 Newton per meter. If you're going to get then ibig sabihin spring constant natin is 30 Newton per meter. Okay, kung titingnan nyo guys, that this formula is magagamit mo siya, okay, general. But I want you guys to denote that if yung S1, that maging maselan kayo dito, okay? Tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, again, ulitin lang natin. If ito yung buong ano mo, this is yung buong object mo, this is your S1, okay? Nagkakaintindihan? Nagkakaintindihan ba? Now, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, ito kasi guys, yung general formula kasi na to is regardless kung compression or tension, ala namang magbabago dyan. The problem is kailangan maging ano kayo sa initial position nyo. Okay? Ngayon, tingnan nyo mabuti. Okay, for example, this is yung S natin is 9 meters. Okay? 9 meters. Ngayon, for condition number 1, hinila natin palayo. Ang tendency for condition number 1, for condition number 1, lalayo siya. This is your SF. Okay? Ngayon guys, kung titingnan nyo, from S initial to the final, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, lumayo siya guys ng, sabihin natin 4 meters. Okay? In this condition number 1, ibig sabihin, ang kailangan, ang position natin ngayon is 9 plus 12 equals to, lagyan natin, huwag muna natin isulat. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ang position na tinahak niya after mahila yung spring is, sabihin na natin nasa 14 meters na siya. Okay, ibig sabihin, this is position 9 meters plus 9 meters, naging 14 meters siya. Okay? Okay. Tanggalin natin muna ito siguro para hindi lang maging ano. Okay. This is 9 meters. Ibig sabihin, from initial position, papunta dito, 9 meters. Okay? Ngayon, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, yung SF minus SI niya, magka-positive yan kasi magiging 14 minus 9 is simply equal to 14 minus 9 is simply equal to 5. Okay? 5 meters. Tama? Ngayon, for condition number 2, for example, yung spring naman natin, andito yung SI mo. For example, this is your SI. Ang ginawa naman is tinulak papunta dun sa kabila. So, this is your SI. This is your 9 meters. Okay? And then, tinulak ka papunta dito. Tinulak yung spring mo papunta dun. Okay? Tinulak yung spring mo. Ngayon, napunta ka ngayon sa position na sabihin na nating 3 meters from the origin. From the origin ang bilang natin dito. From the support. 3 meters. So, this is your SF ngayon. Tama? Ngayon, pagka tumuha ka ng SF minus SI dito is simply equal to 3 minus 9 equal to negative 6. What I want guys to identify lang dito is maging maselan kayo kung ano ba yung initial position niya saka sa final position. Yun lang naman yun. But this formula guys, regardless, ang i-input mo is absolute value for for the final and the initial. Okay? This is negative 6 meters. Ibig sabihin, ang i-input mo is always the absolute value of SI and SF. Okay? SI and SF. And again guys, hahayaan mo ngayon yung formula na siya na yung mag-solve including the direction. Okay? Ibig sabihin, always remember lang that absolute yung gagamitin natin. Ibig sabihin, huwag nyo i-consider dito yung direction. Kasi considered na yan guys by the formula. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan ba? So guys, ang sinabi dun sa problem natin initially, yun daw spring natin, ang spring SI natin is simply equal to 0.5. Okay? 0.5 meters. Kung papansinin nyo, ito kasi yon 0.5 meters na siya dito. Humaba siya. From this point, humaba ka papunta dito. Ang spring mo is nakarating hanggang dito. Ayan, spring mo nakarating hanggang dyan. Ibig sabihin, mula dito sa una, mula dito, ang kunin natin, ito yung datum ng spring mo kasi dyan naman talaga nagsimula yung spring mo, di ba? Ibig sabihin, initially lang yan, bago siya hilahin, pagpalagay natin na ito, ayan yung spring mo, ito yung box, hindi pa siya hinihila, 1.5 meters na yung spring mo from the, 0.5 na from the support. O ibig sabihin, yung final position mo is simply, for your final position ng spring is simply, ito lang. Yung mula dito sa initial position hanggang dito sa pinakadulong position ng box mo, yan yung 2 meters. Tama? So, ibig sabihin, S is equal to 2 meters plus 0.5. And again, guys, ang kinoconsider natin na datum is eto. Okay? Yung position kung nasaan yung support. Kapag sinabi, guys, na change spring, okay? Pag sinabi, guys, na yung initial position ng spring mo is 0, 0 yung magiging S1 mo. And kung ano yung maging displacement na given doon, siya na yun. However, nagbigay kasi sa atin ng initial position or initial stretch ng spring. Therefore, kapag na-stretch out yun, ma-add up pa yung stretch length na yun doon sa initial niya. Kaya nangyari, 2 plus 0.5 is equal to 2.5 meters tayo ngayon dito. Okay? Ibig sabihin, pwede na ba natin gawin yon? O pwede na natin gawin. Knowing, guys, na ang spring constant natin is K is equal to, ang spring constant natin is simply equal to negative 1/2. Yung K natin, value is 30. Ang S2 natin is 2.5 minus 30 multiplied by ang initial natin is 0.5. Okay? I think makukuha na natin yung work by the spring. Okay. Wait lang. Sorry. May kulang pa pala ako. Square. Okay? Meron pa tayong square. Square and then 0.5 square. S square. Okay, so makukuha natin is negative 90. Okay? Ano napansin nyo? Kung mapapansin nyo guys, that the negative 90 is a negative work. So nasatisfy ba natin kanina yung idea na kapag ka yung spring mo is na-stretch or nag-elongate, negative work yon. Pag yung spring mo is na-compress, basically that's positive work. Okay, kung titingnan nyo din mabuti, ang in-input natin dito are absolute values of 2.5 and 0.5. makompress yan o hindi, I mean, pinakita ko lang to para lang mapakita ko sa inyo kung paano siya nagre-negative at paano siya nagiging positive. Okay? Pero guys, always input the absolute values. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kapag nag-include ka ng dito na lang since ito yung negative work. Ibig sabihin, kapag nag-include ka ng SF saka SI, simply ang SF mo lang dito is absolute 3, positive. I mean, absolute ha. Pag sinabing absolute, kahit negative siya, kahit positive siya, is assuming positive. So, ibig sabihin, 9 naman siya. So, i-input mo siya as is. Okay? So, mainam lang nagkakaliwanagan nun kasi baka mamaya mag-consider pa kayo ng sign. Yung formula na yun is derived considering the signs na. So, madodoble. Redundancy ang mangyayari. Now, ang pinaka-hinahanap sa atin for letter D is the total work done. Dito ko na lang isulat siguro. Work done. Total work done. So, para makuha natin yung total work done, it is simply the work due to the constant force plus or minus work ng gravity plus or minus work ng spring. Okay? Kung maaalala nyo, ang total work, ang work natin due to constant force, okay, i-extract lang natin yung UCF, yung UG, at yung US natin. Knowing na yung US natin is negative 90 joules na. Yung sa gravity naman is negative 9.81, and then for our force external is 692. Okay, so ibig sabihin that yung force due to gravity mo is equal to negative 9.81 din, and for isa naman is 692.82 joules. So joules yan. So pag kinuha natin yung total work niyan is 682.82. Tama ba? 692.82. 692.82 joule plus yung gravity natin sa negative work, so negative 9.81 joule, and for the spring is also a negative work, so negative 90 joule naman. So calculating the total work, basically it is equal to 504.72 joules. So, yun lang, ganun lang kasimple. Okay, to recall guys, bago tayo mag-proceed sa next topic, okay, for work due to constant force, kunin mo lang guys yung force na nag-a-act sa object. But take note guys that force is an F net. Nagkakaintindihan, the F net, total force along the direction of displacement. Ibig sabihin, kung ang plane mo is horizontal, ang external force mo dapat na i-consider doon is the net force horizontally. Pag sinabing net, lahat ng force na nag-a-act, kukunin mo yung resultant. Nagkakaintindihan? And then, huwag ka muna mag-consider ng gravity for force, external force. Kapag weight naman guys, ang work due to weight is always perpendicularly, is always straightly upward. Kasi ang weight natin is always nag-a-act in the center of the object, always vertically downward. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kapag ka vertically downward, ano i-consider mo? The displacement y. Kasi yun sila yung along the same axis. And for the spring naman, always lang remember that when the spring is elongated, negative yung work. Kapag spring is compressed or nasiksik siya, tinulak mo siya papunta dun sa support niya, is positive work. So yun lang.